And that awareness that the power of our mind, the power of our body, the power of our breath, the power of yoga can really help with that. That we can actually shift our state. It's not just something we have to go along for the ride and hope for change. We can actually instigate change. So as we sit here now with the shoulders down, spine long, we're going to just become aware of movement of the breath in the belly. So relax your belly and allow the belly to come out a little bit. And as you exhale, allow the belly to pull in a little bit. And then find that rhythm like you would in a dynamic breath work. It's all about the diaphragm. We're going to exhale, pull the navel in, inhale, let the belly expand. And then find a bit of a rhythm that's a little bit quicker than your normal natural calm breath. A little bit more inspired breathing. Exhale as the navel pulls in, inhale as the navel relaxes. And stick with that for a few more breaths. You can even bring in the Ujjayi breath as you do that. So there's a cyclical breath going. It's a little bit quicker than what you normally would breathe, and there's no pauses. It's still deep, it's still diaphragmatic. Now take a big breath in for a moment. Just hold the breath in. Hold it in. And exhale through the mouth with a little bit of a sigh. TGIF. Take a deep breath in. Reach your arms overhead. Bring them together into a prayer position. And then bring that prayer position to the center of the chest. We're going to close the eyes once again. Just kind of set a bit of an intention just by knowing where you're at right now. If it's been a heavy week, whatever it's been, just pushing the reset button right here, right now. Just having that awareness that we can choose how we experience life. We're just going to take some appreciation for this amazing body and the fact that we know yoga, which helps us in everything. Take another deep breath in, reaching arms up, big stretch. A bit more of it, like a yawny stretch. Exhale, hands come back to the center of the chest. We're going to exhale again, but this time draw the fingers to the front, suck the tummy in, tuck the chin. Inhale, open the arms. Squeeze the shoulder blades together, open the chest out wide. Exhale, diving forward. So it's like you're diving into a pool. Suck the tummy in, tuck your chin in, dive your arms all the way forward like you're diving into a pool. And then open your arms out wide at shoulder height. Slight bend at the elbow, squeeze the shoulders together. Exhale again, diving into that pool. Suck the tummy in, tuck the chin, look towards your navel. Inhale, open the arms. One last time. Exhale, diving forward. Now intertwine the fingers. Raise your arms up to the ceiling. Stretch really tall, and then let's just move from side to side here. Come into the center, stretching really tall. Reach yourself up nice and high. And then exhale as you bring your hands down to your thighs. Hold it here or onto your knees. You can stay sitting on a cushion if you like, or sitting to the floor. We're going to lean forward, lean out to the right, tuck the chin as you lean back, lean to the left. And let's continue those torso circles. When you're ready, go the other way. One more time around, taking that breath in. As you come forward, hold it here, tuck the chin, and roll all the way to that upright position. All right, let's come to a hands and knees position. Take the hands directly underneath the shoulders, knees directly underneath the hips. Let's start with an exhalation, rounding the spine out, suck the tummy in. And then an inhalation as you look up. And an exhalation as you go back into a round spine, press the ground away, tuck the tailbone. And an inhalation as you look up. Now close your eyes, keep going, and then work at your own pace. So you might go a little bit quicker. Or you might go a little bit slower. Just work at your own pace. Keep working with the breath. And see if you can bring that same breath in where there isn't any real pauses. So move the same time as your breath and just continuously. And then we come back to a flat spine. We're going to bring the toes together, knees apart. Sit back with your bottom over the heels. Reach down the mat, forehead to the ground, forearms to the ground, and stay for a couple of breaths. Just start to feel that little bit of shift. So one really powerful way to shift our state is just to boost our prana, our life force, and yoga has got many, many tools to do that. Let's take one more breath. And come back up to a hands and knees position. Okay. So let's take it's definitely not as cold as it's been. That's a good thing. Okay, let's take the hands underneath the shoulders and knees underneath the hips, and then tuck your toes. So shoulders away from the ears, keep looking slightly forward, strong through the arms. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale, float your knees just off the floor. Now hold the knees just off the floor. We're going to do a little bit of a pumping action at the breath. So belly in as you exhale, and then breathe quickly. Now take a breath in as you exhale, push to the mountain. Do a little march on the spot here. And then ease back to the knees. So tucking the toes, plugging the shoulders in, looking slightly forward. Take a breath in, hover the knees, and let's pump that breath at the belly. Push up to the mountain and hold. Big exhale. And then come back down to the knees. Now bring the hands closer together underneath your chest. And then raise your right arm up to the ceiling. Place that hand back down. Take your left arm up to the ceiling. And place the hand back down. Right arm up. Place it back down. Left arm up. Good. One more each side. Now we'll do right arm up, and then we'll slide it behind the left arm into threading the needle. And hold it here. Okay, let's come back to hands and knees. Take the left arm up. And then slide it through. Come back to hands and knees. Bring the hands slightly forward. Plug the shoulders in, tuck the toes, push up to the mountain, and press the heels towards the mat. Shoulders nice and broad, sit bones high, engage that pelvic floor. Stay for another couple of breaths. Now let's raise the right leg high. Take a big reach back with that leg. Step it through between the hands and bring the back knee down. Open up through the front of the hip. One more breath like this, and then step back to the mountain. Let's take the left leg high. Step it through. Back knee down. And then just come back to the mountain. Now stay in the mountain for a moment. Raise your right leg high. Bring your heel towards your bottom. Now we're going to stay in the mountain, but you're going to bring that right knee under towards the chest, out towards the left and back behind. So we're doing hip rotations while we stay in the mountain. Underneath, out to the side, and underneath again. Go the other way for a few, out to the side. So keep strong through the arms, don't move the body. And then raise your leg high, step it through between the hands, bring the back knee down. Good, hold it here. Now let's raise the arms up towards the ceiling. Intertwine the fingers. Lunge forward, extend, looking up slightly. And the hands come to the floor, step back to the mountain. Exhale. Raise your left leg behind, bring your heel towards your bottom. So we're going to stay in the mountain, bring that knee underneath, out to the side, circle it around. So we're doing hip circles while you stay in the mountain. The other way, do about 3 or so. And then raise the leg high, step it through. Bring the back knee down, raise your arms, intertwine the fingers. Index fingers pointing up. Extend through the body. The hands come back to the floor, stepping back to the mountain. Exhale. Take your feet a little wider so they're almost as wide as the mat, not quite, and then walk your hands back so you've got a really short mountain pose. And hold it here. Now with your right hand, reach over and grab the outside of your left leg and rotate your spine. Twist and look. Take that hand forward, go the other side, rotating. Come back to center, walk your hands forward. Come forward into a high plank. So wriggle out with your hands and feet and then lower your body to the ground. Good, stay there. Keep your hands as wide as the mat. Take your right leg up and over. So you're lying on your left hip. Roll back onto your stomach. Let's go the other way. Come back to center, coming back up to hands and knees. Tuck and push back to the mountain. Hold it here. come up onto your toes and then just slowly walk towards the front of the mat. When you get to the front of the mat, bend your knees a little, look forward, sitting into it, and then exhale, straighten your legs, look through the legs. Let's do it again. Inhale, bend your knees a little, look forward, and exhale, look through the legs. One more time, inhale, exhale. Take the hands to the floor, step, walk, or jump to a plank. And then push up to the mountain. Come back up onto the toes and walk, step or jump to the front of the mat. Good. Now from here, bend your knees, look forward, reach forward with your arms, drive through the legs and come all the way up to reaching. Hands come to prayer. Just take a moment now in that stand well posture and pranamasana. Hold it here. Take an inhale, raising your arms up. We're going to do a sweep down. So exhale, sweep down and bounce up. And again. One more time. Sweep down, bounce up. Inhale, hold. Exhale, hands to prayer. Close your eyes for a moment. Take a big inhale, raising your arms. Now just fold forward, grab the ankles. Take your hands to the floor, step or jump to a plank. And shift your weight down, breathe into cobra. Exhale back to the mountain. And just press and suction the hands and feet into the floor, shoulders are broad and holding. Let's take the right leg high. Step it through between the hands with the back foot on an angle. Come up to warrior one. And from here, open to warrior two. So you've got your right hand forward, left arm back. Look towards the fingers on the right hand. Back leg, left leg strong. And then raise your right arm up. Sun warrior. Hold. Open that front body. Windmill back down. Push back to the mountain. Exhale. Big exhale. Come up onto your toes. Step, walk, or jump to the front. Half squat down. Look forward. Raise your arms. Drive through the legs. Hands to prayer position. Take a big inhale here. We're going to sweep down. 3 sweeps. Down. Exhale. Inhale up. And again. Exhale. Inhale up. One more time. Inhale. Hands come back to prayer. Pause. Take one full breath here. Take a breath in. Raise your arms. Reaching. Exhale. Fold forward. Hands to the floor. Step or jump to a plank. Come down. Breathe into cobra. Exhale. Back to the mountain and hold. Raising your left leg high. Step it through between the hands. Back foot on an angle. Come up, warrior one. Good. Let's open up to warrior two. Look towards your left hand. And then go back into that sun warrior. Reach up. Hold it here. Windmill the arms down. Back to the mountain. Step, walk, or jump forward. Reach forward, coming all the way up. Hands come back to prayer. Let's stay in that prayer position for a moment. Take that full breath. Regulate the breathing. that again. Take the breath in, reach your arms up, exhale, folding forward. Let's grab the ankles this time, get a little bit closer. Hold it here, tuck the chin in a bit more. Oh, look, we're all in Spain now. This music. Hands to the floor, step or jump to a plank. Nice and strong, lower the body down. Breathe into cobra. Exhale, back to the mountain. Let's raise the right leg high, step through between the hands. Now we're going to windmill straight into warrior two. So coming all the way up from that position, just straight up to warrior two. Palm up into our sun warrior. Reaching. Good. Hold it here, stretch long. Come back into warrior two. Now straighten out your front leg and go into triangle pose. So your hand on your shin, hand on the floor, hand on the inside, squeeze, open the shoulder, reach up long. Take that top arm over, stretch long through the top body. Bring the hand down, swivel around, push back to the mountain. Exhale. Step, walk or jump to the front. Sweep through, reach up all the way. And hands to prayer. Exhale. Raise your arms overhead. Let's do a sweep down again. Exhale for 3. Come back up. Bounce it. 2. Bounce back up. One more time. 3. Inhale up. Hands to prayer. Exhale. Hold. Take an inhale. Raise your arms. Exhale. Fold forward. Grab the ankles. Get really close. Tuck the chin. Hands to the floor. Step or jump to a plank. Lower the body down. Breathe into cobra. Exhale to the mountain. Now raise your left leg high. Step it through and then windmill straight up into warrior two. Good. From here, sun warrior. Straighten out the front leg, come through into triangle pose. Squeeze your glutes, open the chest. Top arm goes over, reach long. Sweep back around, push back to the mountain. And again, jump or walk to the front, coming all the way up. Hands come to prayer. Big breath, reset. All right. So let's take the arms up overhead, intertwine the fingers, come up onto your toes. Now from here, slowly start to come down. So you're crouching on your toes, you're sitting up on your toes. Bring your hands to the floor in front of you on the mat or off the mat. And then place your hands about shoulder width apart and spread your hands out. Now just shift your weight so you're leaning into your hands, strong arms. And then you shift your weight back to your toes. So shift to your weight, the weight to your hands, shift it back to your toes. The next time you shift your weight to your hands, lift your hips a little bit, lift your bottom up, put weight into your hands, and then come back to your toes. Lift up a little bit so the weight goes into your hands, lift your bottom up. Lifting your bottom up. As you go forward, so you're pushing the ground away as if you're going to do a handstand. Here, back onto the toes. Raise your arms. See if you can keep your heels off the ground. And then lift, 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 lift. Come all the way up and then lower your heels back down. Good. So that's your one step. Bring your hands together again, intertwine the fingers, come back up onto the toes. Come down nice and slowly. Place your hands on the ground, same position. Lean into your hands, lift your hips. Now you might want to get a little bit closer because we're going to touch the knees to the top of the arms, back of the arms, and lean into it. And then you go back a little bit. So just either keep doing what we were doing before, just rocking, or you can try bringing your knees towards your armpits, bending your arms as you go forward as if you're going to do a push-up. And as you go forward, you're resting your shins against your upper arms, against your tricep area. Do that a couple of times. So you're kind of aiming your knees towards your armpits and resting your shins against your legs. Good. Against your arms. Come back. Balancing on the toes. Raise your arms up. And then come all the way up. Lower your heels and lower your arms. So you know where we're going with this now, don't you? Okay. Just play one more time. Come up onto your toes. Coming down. Hands to the floor. Good. Strong arms. Lifting up, placing the knees, and just either rocking backwards or forwards. You want to try and bring your weight forward. You might get one foot off the ground. You might even get both feet off the ground. You kind of want to use your fingers, balance out a little bit. Try shifting that weight backwards and forwards a little bit. Just play around with it. Then when we come back onto the toes, we're going to step back into a plank. Hold it here, nice strong plank. Lower the body down. I need to shuffle back on the mat. Inhale to cobra. And then exhale to child's pose. So just give your arms a little bit of a break. Stretch your arms out to the front. Come back to hands and knees, tuck your toes. Press back to the mountain. Now raise your right leg high. Step that leg through between the hands, take the back foot on an angle. Windmill into warrior two. Good, and then reach across and place your forearm on your thigh. Take that top arm over your ear, extended side angle, and hold. Good. One more breath here. Come back to warrior two. Come into that sun warrior. And then windmill down and back to the mountain. Exhale. Forward into your plank, lower the whole body to the ground. Inhale to cobra. Exhale back to the mountain. Left leg lifts high. Step it through. Back foot on an angle. Windmill into warrior two. And then reach an extended side angle. Come back to warrior two, sun warrior. Windmill around to the mountain. Exhale. Step or forward jump to the front of the mat, coming all the way up. Hands to prayer. Take a moment. Ground into your feet. Exhale. One more flow. So take the arms up, breathing in. Exhale, fold forward, grab the ankles. Hands to the floor, step or jump to a plank. Lower the body down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale to the mountain. Right leg lifts high. Step it through. Windmill to warrior two. Good. Extended side angle. Reach long to that top body. All the way up and all the way to that sun warrior. Windmill around to the mountain. High plank. Lower the body down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale to the mountain. Left leg lifts high. Step it through. Windmill the arms. Warrior two. Extended side angle. Good. All the way to sun warrior. Windmill back around to the mountain. Come forward to your high plank, lower the body to the ground. Breathe in, cobra. Exhale to the mountain. And hold. Step or jump to the front. Inhale, coming all the way up. Now do another sweep down. 3 sweeps. Last time. Inhale. Exhale, sweep. One more. And then hands come to prayer. Eyes are closed. All right. So from here, again, we're going to come up onto the toes, intertwine the fingers, come down. Don't worry, we're not doing that pose again, unless, of course, you want to. Then you reach forward, come back to sitting. Good. Okay. So take your feet as wide as the mat, so past the mat, so outside of the mat, and then bring your hands on the inside. And then just walk forward, so you're just kind of hanging there. Okay, so feet on either side, just hanging forward. You can stay here, or you can bring your arms underneath and you're going to reach around. So your hands are underneath and then your hands are on your feet. So underneath and then back around underneath your feet. So underneath your hands and then around on top of your feet. So that's your other option. And your last option is to actually extend your arms out to the side as much as you can. Walk them out, palms facing down, and then straightening your legs on top of your arms. So you've got options. See which one's going to work today. Easing out of that position. Bring the legs together. Holding on to the knees. Now walk the feet a little closer so you're on your toes and your knees are really close. Okay, and then tuck your chin in and make a really round spine, then float the feet off the ground. And try and keep that tight, round spine as you roll over your spine. Couple more. One more. And then come back to sitting. Good. Let's hold on to the back of the thighs and lift the legs off the ground so your feet are just floating. Good. Hold it there. So you can kind of press your thighs into your hands and your hands into your thighs. Shoulders are down. Looking towards your toes. Stay there, or you can reach with your arms. Try extending with your legs. Hold. Couple more breaths. Now we're going to grab the knees, roll back, and then see if we can roll out of it straight into that balanced position. So do it again. So you grab your knees, roll back, and roll out of it straight into that balanced position. Good. One more. And then slowly, slowly, slowly lowering it down. Lie with your palms turned up for a few moments. Relax into the groin, into the hips, the belly. Turn your palms facing down. Bend your knees, place your feet on the ground, bring the feet quite close to your bottom. Keep the back of the neck long, tilt the pelvis, lift the hips, and then bring your hands together, rock onto your shoulders, squeeze your glutes and lift the hips high. Focus the breath at the throat. Take an inhale, lift a little higher, and then as you exhale, come down. Okay, just hug the knees for a moment. We're going to do the same thing. So you're either going to go back into that bridge, or you're going to come into the half shoulder stand, Viparita Karaniasana, which is, so it's not all the way straight up, it's on an angle. Your torso and your legs are on an angle, and your hands are supporting your pelvis. So if you're not doing that, then just come back to the bridge we just did a minute ago. If you are doing that with me, then you're going to start in plow pose. And you bring your hands to your hips. You let your hips rest into your hands. And then we take the legs on an angle. And then close the eyes and focus the breath at the throat. Now you can focus your breath at the throat, whether you're in the bridge pose or in the shoulder stand. Just a few more breaths, focusing at Vishuddhi, that throat center. It's all about purification. It's all about expression. So just shifting. Take your focus there. Taking the feet over the head, and then slowly down, lying back in Shavasana. And then just bring the right knee into the chest. Take your opposite hand on the knee. Take that leg across the body. Come back to center. Straighten out, switch sides, take the leg across. Come back to center, straighten yourself out, hug the knees into the chest, and just hold it there for a moment. And then rock yourself to a sitting position. If you've got a jumper that you've taken off or anything else, you might want to pop it back on. All right. So we're going to come back into a breathing exercise. We're similar to what we started with and similar to what we worked with in the practice. We're going to work with Bhastrika, so the bellows breath. So you want to imagine your diaphragm going up and down. As it does, your belly will go out and in. And so on the inhale, when you breathe in, your belly comes out. When you breathe out, your belly pulls back towards the spine. So it's inhale, exhale. And we want to have a continual flow of that, so there's no pauses. It's not a full diaphragmatic breath, so it's kind of half breath in, half breath out. Okay, so if you want to, you can place your hand on your belly to make sure that you've got that rhythm right, especially for that first round. So let's close the eyes. And we're going to start with an exhalation, so your belly pulls in. Okay, then take a half breath in, and then breathe out, and the belly pulls in. And then inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Keep that going. In, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. And then find your own rhythm. You might even speed that up a little bit. Keep going. Inhale, out, exhale. All right, and let's do another 4, 3, 2, and then you take a full breath in here. Now hold it here, stretch your spine, lightly squeeze the pelvic floor, your base lock. You can even press your tongue to the top of your mouth, hold and stretch the spine, stay there for a moment, and then exhale, release. Keeping your eyes closed. We're going to do the same thing. If you need your hand on the belly for guidance, start there. So inhale, the belly comes out, exhale, the belly pulls in. Once you've got that rhythm, so you feel that you're using the breath correctly. So inhale, belly goes out, exhale, belly pulls in. You might even want to use your hand to push the belly in on each exhale. Once you've got that rhythm, pick up the pace a little bit, breathing in and out through the nose. Now take a big breath in again. Now this time, pull up that pelvic floor and tuck your chin to your chest and hold the breath in. Lift your chin, slowly exhale, pause. Breathe naturally. We're going to do one more round. So start with your breath in. If you need to use your hand to get the rhythm going, breathe out, belly pulls in, breathe in, belly comes out. Find your rhythm. Take a big breath in here. Bring your chin to your chest, pull up through the pelvic floor, hold it here. Exhale slowly, lift the chin, hold, breathe naturally. Stay with that natural breath. Our virtue card today, optimism. Optimism is a positive, cheerful outlook. When we are optimistic, we are hopeful, even when others have lost faith. My eyesight's terrible. We believe that good has the power over evil. We do not allow ourselves to be victimized by setbacks or losses. We embrace challenges with confidence and vitality. We are solvers, not complainers. In the midst of dark times, we look to the future with a vision of what is possible. We trust that everything works together for good. Nothing can destroy our hope. The optimist sees the rose and not its thorns. The pessimist stares at the thorns, oblivious of the rose. Kahil Brown. Just take a couple of moments here, setting your focus for the day, setting your awareness, your intention, your frequency, what it is you're bringing into the day. Take a nice deep breath in, raise the arms overhead, bringing the hands together into a prayer gesture. Exhale, bringing that down to the center of the chest. Namaste.